Alright guys, so today is hopefully the day. I got my pipes back. I'm going to get everything fitted up today and maybe get the car started. If it's not today, it'll still be in this video because it's probably going to take me a couple days to get this all done. So, these here are the welds. They look pretty good. Pretty happy with how they came out. I'm actually going to get them fitted up, make sure everything lines up well. I'm going to have to get the intercooler back on now that this is painted. And yeah, so hopefully we can get this thing finished up and get it running. Okay, so all the pipes are on. Most of the clamps are tightened. I'm gonna have to order a couple more T-bolt clamps because a couple of mine are not so hot. But yeah, I mean everything lines up really well. Ignore the coupler being kind of uneven; it bothers me. But got the blow-off valve there. It fits nice and perfect right where it needs to be. I need a T-bolt clamp down here on this other end of the coupler, but and then I also need to polish these pipes up just so it matches the rest of the pipes that got welded. And this side fits really good too. It's kind of dark under there, but so now all that's left to do is I gotta get, besides like the T-bolt clamps and stuff, I could probably run it without those, and maybe I won't get a vacuum leak. But I gotta do a couple things on the top of the engine, get the fuel rails bolted down. Get some of my connections tightened up for the fuel and other things as well, and hopefully we'll be good to go. Just actually got my rear coilovers on, got the suspension dialed in on that. I didn't do a video on it because it's pretty similar to the front, just except for the mounting differences. But I'm gonna pull the front wheels off, get the front coils adjusted to where I want them because I don't really like where they're at right now with where the back is, which I do like how the back is. It's still too low in the front, so I'm gonna adjust that. Then I'm going to check all of my connections, just tighten a couple clamps up, make sure everything is good to go for that. And yeah, then going to get this thing taken care of, get it started, and see how it runs, hopefully better than it was running. I don't know if any of the changes and new sensors that I put on will change anything at all, but hopefully it'll be good enough to at least drive around the block, just, you know, make sure everything is working good. And then once I get it running and everything, and I'm confident that I don't have to do too much work underneath it, I'm going to get the bumper on and then figure out where I'm going to have to cut the bumper, and then I'm going to cut that apart. That way I can get it mounted up nice and clean so that it doesn't get in the way of, well, that the intercooler isn't in the way of anywhere that it's going to be sitting. So we'll cross that bridge once we get there, but for now I'm just going to get the front suspension up in the air and adjust those coils. Alright, and so I got the car, well, I got the suspension kind of where I want it for now. I think this is still going to be too tight because this is going to settle some once I get on the ground and move it. So I have a feeling this is probably still going to be too low, but it'll be good enough for now. Rear's actually, yeah, still looking really good right where I wanted it to be. It looks like it's maybe close to stock, maybe a little lower, but probably not, probably right around stock height. And that's what I want up here, but not really too concerned about it at the moment. Just want to get it drivable. So this side's looking pretty even with the other one too. But anyway, so I think what I'm probably going to do now is there's a couple clamps I got to go over on here, make sure everything's tight. Gonna double check all of my connections. I know there's a couple that I haven't connected yet. They're just sitting around, you know, so I'll get that taken care of, and then hopefully we'll get this thing started up. Okay, so all the connections are done up. I'm gonna double check everything really quick just to make sure. I did have to use a worm gear here, not really ideal, but T-bolt I had decided to grenade the threads on itself when I was tightening it for some reason, so I'm gonna have to get a replacement, but for now this will work fine. I mean, actually it'd probably be fine anyway, but I want them all to be the same. So okay, so I did check the oil because I hadn't done that yet, and it's a little over full. I mean, probably about that far up the dipstick, so a significant amount over full. Maybe I overfilled it a little bit, but also I smelled a decent amount of gas on it, which wouldn't be a very big surprise considering it was running really odd and poorly last time I ran it, basically on the startup tune all winter. So I'm probably going to change that first just to be safe, and put a new filter on there and everything, and then, you know, start it up, because I don't want to start it up with too much fuel in there. Probably wouldn't hurt anything, but I don't want to risk it. So for now it's just going to sit like this, and I'm going to go get that taken care of. Alright, so the new filter's on, new oil in, time to start this thing up. So the car actually ran pretty dang good. I was able to give it some throttle, not on the video obviously, but it was unlike last time when I had it running, or the last, you know, multiple times before I put the front mount on. It was running really poor. I'd give it gas and I'd want to stall. It would get stuck down like in the 300 to 400 RPM range and just sit there and like kind of want to die but kind of keep going. I didn't have an intercooler on at the time, so I don't know if that really made that much of a difference, but I replaced the map sensor and you know, made a bunch of changes in the process from then until now, so who knows what really made the car run better, but it's running a lot better. I'm going to actually lift the front coils up a little more. They kind of settled a little bit on the ramps, or the little wheel stands. They must have moved around, so I'm going to get that done. But yeah, car ran pretty good, so I'm pretty happy right now. Pretty stoked. Hopefully I can get out on the road sometime here in the next week or so. Just kind of lightly drive it around, make sure everything's good, and then I'll figure out when I can get to the dyno down in Columbus, and we'll go from there. So anyway, you guys take it easy. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you later. Peace.